The Canadian Card Collector here, and welcome back to day 306 of Daily Deck Review. And the deck that we're taking a look at today is the first playing cards, V3 playing cards. So, with no further ado, let's take a look and see what we get. Here we have the first playing cards, V3, in a matte white finish tuck box with that signature gold band wrapping around the tuck box. And at the first logo, and there's that gold band and that foiled gold, and then you might notice that it looks similar to the V1s with the white tuck box and that gold band, but then you see these leaves all over the tuck box. So it's the first deck that kind of breaks the mold of the first playing cards design. On the side, you just got the leaves that kind of wrap around, same as that gold band. Same thing on the other side, just more leaves and the gold band. On the bottom, you just got a little text here. It says First Playing Cards, Co. by Chris Ramsay. And on the back, it's just the leaves and that gold band that wraps around the tuck box. So a pretty minimalistic tuck box, but still with a little bit of detail going on. On the top, it's just a little bit of a leaf that kind of wraps around in the corner there. And then if we open it up, there is no seal on the cards. And then on the tuck flap, you just got the Chris Ramsay logo there in that gold foiling. And on the inner tuck flaps, nothing really except for a little leaf that kind of wraps around one of the flaps there. Take the cards out of the box. On the inside tuck box, as you can see, it is fully custom with gold foiled first logos stamped all the way throughout the inside of the tuck box for a nice little detail there. Nice unique tuck box there. Always like to see custom interiors of the tuck boxes. So now that we took a look at the tuck box, time to take a look at the cards. And first we'll start with that back sign. Here we have a mirrored back design with kind of the standard white border. There's still a white border, but it has a little bit of an edge break on it, as we know with the first playing card. So you won't go straight into it. You got the leaves here on the back design here for a different kind of style, because the first decks were similar kind of designs. They had it was either, I think it was the Chris Ramsay logo as the design on the back, just in two different colorways. But this has changed up where it's the white background with the green leaves on top, and then you still got the signature first edge break there where the foiling goes all the way to the edges, as you can see there. It goes all the way down the edges there. And it is a mirrored back design, so if you were to flip it over, same design in both directions. Now for the cards you get with the deck. And here we start with the Jokers. So it says Joker, Joker, and then you got that gold first logo right there in the middle. So a pretty simplistic Joker. And then you get a second identical Joker. And before we get to that Ace of Spades right there, I'm going to say these cards were I think when you buy them, they come in mnemonic a stack or something like that. So they come stacked. But I have shuffled these previously, so I just have them in numerical order for the video. And now back to the custom Ace of Spades, as you can see here. It has a gold first logo stamped right in the middle of it. And the spade is a leaf, which is a nice little touch there. I like that little leaf-shaped spade there. The spade-shaped leaf with the first logo there. A little bit hard to see the first logo, but it's there. And then the rest of the cards are just a standard, so it's pretty much just a standard deck of cards after that. But then we get to the Jack, Queen, and King of Spades, and they are pretty standard, but they got a little bit of a detail to it. They're in more of a gray and metallic gold colorway. And then a few of the cards have a little bit of leaves. The Jack and the Queen are holding a little leaf in their hands. The King does not. And then the diamonds are just standard diamonds. We've all seen those. And the Jack, Queen, and King of Diamonds, once again, in that gold and gray colorway. And a few of them have a little bit of leaves in their hands. Jack and Queen again. And then we get to the clubs. Jack, Queen, and King of Clubs, once again, standard, just in that golden kind of grayish colorway. And the Jack has leaves in his hand. And then the clubs are just standard clubs. And then you got the Jack, Queen, and King of Hearts. Standard court cards, just in that gold and metallic gold and gray colorway. The Jack has leaves, and the Queen has leaves, but the King has a little, like, 7 of diamonds reveal in its hand there. And the rest of the hearts are just standard hearts. And the last 2 cards in the deck is you got a little extra card with a little gold metallic snake on it. And then you got an extra 4 of spades. But now that we took a look at the cards, time to test the handling. And these were printed in the United States by the United States Playing Card Company on a cushion finish. So they should handle pretty nice. And these are already slightly broken in. So, but first we'll start with the springs. Well, as you can see, they spring pretty nice. They still have a little bit of pop and clickiness to it. And they're still pretty smooth. So no real issues with the springs. And they're a little bit slippery, but not overly slippery, which is nice. Now onto the fans. Use that gold little border going around to make a little design on the fans. Well, the cards are a little bit slippery because they did just slide out of my hands. And now that we got those picked back up, as you can see, the fans spread pretty evenly. You can see most of the pips and numbers. There's no real stickiness or clumpiness to the cards. Pretty smooth. Even when I've handled this deck a little bit, they're still like super smooth. And now onto the Pharaoh. A super smooth Pharaoh there, and they interlock and weave perfectly. Now for a giant print of that back design. And now time for the reverse Pharaoh. And the reverse Pharaoh wasn't as smooth. They definitely like got caught and like stuck on each other, so I had to push them together a little bit more. And they interlocked and weave. Okay, nothing crazy going on there. Now for a giant print of the faces. And now time for the riffle shuffle or bridge shuffle. Well, no issues with the riffle shuffles or bridge shuffles. Pretty nice and smooth and flawless. You still got a nice pop to it. And now we'll move on to the packet cuts. So pretty smooth packet cuts. No issues there at all. Pretty average. There. Nothing too crazy going on. Now time for that one-handed cut or Chevalier cut. Now time for the dribble. I don't know why, but the dribbles seem to be a little bit more slippery for when I do them sometimes, from time to time. Sometimes the cards just want to slide out of my hands. But the dribbles are still pretty smooth and satisfying. Definitely a little bit more grippy with the face cards up, but still pretty smooth either way. And now time for that spread fan. And lastly, spread the cards on the table. Well, I gotta say, this is a fantastic first deck. Has to be one of my favorites that they've made out of like the many that they have. They have like so many now. But this is definitely one of my favorites because it's one of the first ones that breaks the mold. Because the first two decks were the same kind of design, but this one has like leaves on the back, which for some reason I really like. It stands out. It's kind of unique, but they still have that first design there with the little edge break there, which looks nice when you fan them. And then for the design of the faces, it's pretty standard because the creator Chris is into magic, so we wanted just a simplistic kind of design deck, nothing too crazy. But those quick cards, some of them have a little bit of leaves in there, so it's a little bit custom at the same time, but still being pretty standard there. They have that gold metallic ink on the quick cards. So all pretty simplistic design, but still pretty nice at the same time. And then for the handling, which you just saw, there was definitely no issues with the handling. So even after use of the cards, they still handle fantastic. No issues at all. No stickiness to the cards. Still pretty smooth, just like almost like straight out of the box. So they're pretty fantastic. No issues at all. So with that being said, fantastic design there. And pretty simplistic at the same time. And fantastic handling. So with that being said, this has been day 306 of your daily deck review. This has been the first playing cards, version 3, the V3s from First Playing Cards or Chris Ramsay. And I'm the Canadian Card Collector, signing out. That's the video. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. That's the video. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Bye.